I pressed the blinking red button on the answering machine and braced myself, expecting the unfriendly sound of the landlord wanting the rent. Instead, there was my 16-year-old brother's voice, singing, very out of tune. My mind could see his full of fun face looking at me, hamming it up. Somebody loves you, I wonder who. Somebody loves you, I wonder who. Somebody loves you, and I know who. It's me, it's me, it's me. My brother crooning that to me pushed me out of the dark hole I was in. It was 1966. I was 20, about to be evicted from a rundown efficiency apartment because I'd lost my job. My brother's message nudged me to call home. Sweeney's House of Ill Repute, Sweeney here, got a red light special going on today. I heard my mother in the background. I told you not to say that. I tried to help her out. You know that makes Mom crazy. I can't help it. She's so easy to bug. My brother's kindness ran deep, and he loved to play jokes to get a rise out of people. I spoke to his kind side. That was a very neat thing for you to do, leaving that goofy serenade for me. I was in the dark pit. I figured you went in there. Thought you could use reminding that you're not alone. You can climb out. I gotta go to work. Call me later. I hung up, feeling reassured I would be okay. My brother's name was Ted in the outside world. In our family, he had a pet name given to him by our mother's elderly aunt, who still dressed like she did in the old country, with a brown triangle scarf on her head and a purple shawl around her shoulders. Cha-Cha Kowalski. Cha-Cha loved to cuddle new baby Ted. She cooed to him that he was a Podarunik Boga, a gift from God, and called him Taju, a Polish endearment for Theodore. And so he became our Taju. At 3, it was clear he was twice as round and tall as other kids his age. It turned out he had what he named his misbehaving pituitary gland that caused him to be an unusually large person and physically awkward. We had an athletic family, and he didn't fit in. At school, it was a very unhappy experience for him. He was teased and rejected. He tried to belong, and sometimes feeling separate got the better of him, and he would retreat into what he dubbed the dark pit. Cha-Cha gave him the key to get out of the dark pit. She told him that no matter what, he was never alone, and he could always come back to the sunshine. My brother grew to be 6'4" and about 370 pounds. His uncommon physique continued to give him difficulties, and he was persistent about showing up for his family. Throughout our grown-up years, I would sporadically find his voice on my answering machine, singing the same off-pitch ditty he sang to me in 1966. His phone message jingle always came while I was going through a rough patch and shifted me from doldrums to action. That funny song he invented helped me navigate my life. At 50, Taju's short brown hair and close cropped beard and mustache had turned all white. With his round face, friendly blue eyes, and ruddy cheeks, he looked like a well-trimmed Santa Claus. He worked in places far away, and he longed to be closer to family. At 55, he got to move to Florida, where our kin mostly lived. His greatest joy was being an uncle to our nephew. He relished holding court at our clan gatherings, and we delighted in his stories and wisecracks. Our German grandmother, Oma, said of him, "As big he is, as good he is." When he was 57, my brother got a diagnosis of incurable cancer. At first, he tried to find a way to get a different prognosis. When he realized there was no way out, he was devastated. He retreated to the pit, sitting silent in his room in a big green lazy boy recliner, staring out the window of his bedroom for a month. We thought we'd already lost him. Then our Taju came back to the sunshine. One day, he walked out of his room into the kitchen where I was doing dishes and made a request. "Would you drive me to St. Joseph's Hospice so I can sign up? I want to die at home." On the way back from hospice, he made clear, strong pronouncements. "Well, this is it. I'm not going to get to do some of the things I wanted to do. That chaplain said an interesting thing. Even though I can't decide the rest of my life, I do get to decide the direction I set the compass of my heart. I like that. I do get to decide the direction I set the compass of my heart. So I'm going to focus on us all enjoying each other until the very end." And that's what he did. We took turns staying in his room looking after his needs. When he woke up and asked with a mischievous grin, "Can you get me sitting up in this contraption?" whoever was with him cranked him up in his bed, stepped into the hall, and called to the rest of the house, "Come quick, he's holding court." None of us ever thought we'd be glad to be invited to a sick room, yet we hurried to take a seat by Taju's bed. Our souls were being fed by the genuine, deep connection happening in that room. About a week before he died, my brother was cranked up, holding court with 5 of us around him. Our sister Kathy pulled her chair close, laid her head on Taju's left shoulder. "Thank you for all those times you left that sweet song you wrote for me on my answering machine. It helped me more than I can say. I'm going to sing it for you now. Somebody loves you." Before I could stop myself, I popped out, "Hey, that's my song." Our youngest brother, Eric, blurted, "I thought you made that tune up for me, dude." Our cousin Bob chimed in, "Well, I thought that little number was concocted for my special benefit." Taju was beaming, clearly very pleased with himself. "I'm glad you guys brought this up. I've been thinking I'd like it a lot if you sing that for each other after I'm gone, and share it with more people. Everybody needs reminding sometimes they're not alone so they can come back into the sunshine. Now, you got to do it just right for it to work. Wait till the person won't answer the phone so you get their voicemail, and overact it and sing it off key like I do. Let's practice." We practiced and we hammed it up good. Taju was in his glory as our choral director. I'd like to pass Taju's song on to each of you and invite you to use it for someone you know who needs reminding. You know how to do it. If you like, join me and we'll practice together. Somebody loves you, I wonder who. Somebody loves you, I wonder who. Somebody loves you, and I know who. It's me, it's me.